So we're going to make a cabbage stew. You just need some chicken sausages. I got these at the farmer's market, and I just chopped up a head of green cabbage and then set it aside in a bowl. Chop up half an onion and cook it in a pan that you spray in a little bit of olive oil. Onion is cooked, set it aside. We're working on cooking our chicken sausage. You could use Italian sweet sausage or ground beef if you wanted, or ground turkey. I usually like Italian sausage or chicken sausage for this recipe. So you're going to cook this up and also put it aside in a bowl. Okay, so I got the food scale out, and every time I make this recipe it's a little different on how much meat I put in or what type of meat. So I'm just showing you how you could meal prep this on your own too. You're going to get your food scale and then you weigh everything you're going to put in your recipe. So we're going to put this in. So 387 grams of the chicken sausage, and then we're going to put our onion in here, so clear it out. Make sure it's at 0. Now we're going to weigh how much onion we're adding to our recipe. Okay, so we got 85 grams of onion, and right now I'm cooking the cabbage up. When this cabbage is done cooking, we're going to add this to our bowl over here and weigh how much the cooked cabbage weighs as well. That way we could track our calories accurately. Alright, so we cleared out the scale, 744 grams of our cabbage, and then we're going to add half this can of tomato paste. So we're going to clear the scale again, and that way it'll weigh how much tomato paste is in here. About 178 grams of tomato paste. Now we've weighed all our ingredients. We're going to dump this back into the pan and cook it all, meld it all together. That's it. You're going to cook it all up. And usually when I do a cup and a half serving, like a big whopping serving in one of these bowls, you know, just like a standard bowl, I have a really whopping big serving and it ends up being, you know, 300 calories or less. So I'll show you at the end. But like I said, if you weigh everything in your bowl, all your ingredients, since every head of cabbage is a different size, how much meat you put in, or, you know, if there's different amounts, it might affect the calories. So if you're tracking and trying to eat in a calorie deficit, you want to make sure you have more accuracy and cook all your ingredients separately and then weigh them, and then you can like meld it all together at the end. And then you'll know what your whole recipe, what the macros and calories are. And then every time you serve yourself the serving in a bowl, you could just weigh it and you'll know exactly, you know, what's in there. Ends up looking like a bunch of bloody carnage at the end. And so usually I put it in a bowl and weigh my meal. Then I know my macros and calories. And I'll also sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on top sometimes, or add some green onion. But you could just eat it as is. It's really good.